Namaste, everyone. I'm back and feeling a really strong presence of Archangel Michael this morning. It is morning where I am on Sunday, January 26th in the year 2020, and I'm feeling his presence. I want to share something with you guys that I don't normally share. I'm not going to do an introduction like I do in the beginning of my videos because this is really, I need to just go right into this. I'll put some information in the description of this channel, whatever this channel is about, and things like that. So here we go. In meditation, actually I wasn't even in meditation this morning. I was taking a moment as I woke up to just sit in silence for a moment. I wasn't really with the intention of meditating. And I saw a person in my visual, not standing in front of me, but in my visual, in my presence. And I felt his energy. I saw what he looked like when he was on this plane. He was 12, 13 years old when he passed. And he was sharing something with me. And Archangel Michael was present. And by the way, these energies, when they come in to share something with me, I don't coax them or ask them to come in. They just come in. They are energies and beings of light, and he is a spirit guide. So when he passed into another whole new world where he come in to give a message about something. And so in this case, he came in, he popped in, he showed me his, I'm gonna just tell you what he said, okay? What I heard, what I felt, what I saw, and how it translates to the message that Archangel Michael has for us. So I saw him. He showed me. He was from another lifetime way back in the 17 or 1800s. And he was the son of a farmer. And being the son of this farmer, he had been helping his, I'm going to use the words that he used, okay? Because these aren't my words, they're his. I was an apprentice, sort of, learning from my daddy, is what he said. Learning from my daddy to be and do everything that he was, to take the farm and run with it when he was too old. So he started training. This is what he's saying now. He started training me as a child to be a handy person, a handyman, to till the fields, and to tend to whatever needed to be tending to. And so what he was saying is, my mama, his words, saw me as the apple of her eye. She was proud to have me as her son. And so his life was cut short at the age, well, I shouldn't say cut short. It was whenever his soul's time was up, at the age of 13. Okay? So I'm not going to go into detail how he passed, but I will say this. He said, I'm learning. I'm learning by watching and by my own experience about transformation. In my own experience, I felt him saying this. Guys, now listen, when you hear this, don't, some of you might get freaked out by it because, hey, you're talking about a person that passed here. No, it's his energy, guys, okay? So in this message that he had, he came through and he said, I am learning to be a spirit guide. I'm learning as well, I'm here, but I'm also applying the experience that I had in my life, the experience of transformation. And as I transcended from human life to energetic, being an energetic life force, I wanted to share how transformation doesn't mean it's over. Transformation from being in one place and then in another. It doesn't mean that while you may be walking away from something or somebody to make room for this new beginning for yourself, and you may be planning for your future, you have to know that for those who are afraid, for those who are afraid to trust, for those who are afraid that you have to leave somebody, something, someplace, something behind, you have to know that the imprint that you left in that place and time where you were, in that time frame in your soul journey, the imprint that you left was needed that maybe you helped someone, or you learned from someone, or you received the tools that you needed, even though you didn't realize it, in order to go forward. And this beautiful transformation that is occurring now, it's important that you understand that you cannot stop fate, and that what you have to leave behind, it isn't to be devastating. It is to be looked at as you left a footprint. You left something valuable behind for someone else to learn from and to grow in. And so in this journey where you are, he shows me a suitcase, a bag or something, a knapsack or something. And he says, you've had this packed for a little while. You just were afraid. You may have even stepped out the door with it, but you took 2 steps and turned around. That was a false start. But the real deal is here, and the real deal is coming. Some of you may have already packed your bag and have been on your path, and now you're ready. But he's showing me, he's saying, fate is fate. When your timeline is up for whatever reason, whether it's leaving your trade, your job, your really whatever circumstance you're in, it's for your highest good. Because now you will have learned. It's like when a parent raises a child and they've done everything they could for them. They've taught them well, loved them, given them the tools to learn and grow, to be able to fend for themselves. Eventually they leave the nest and they go out on their own. And that's what this is. This is this transformation. So I felt Archangel Michael here. This person that is a spirit guide now, who passed at a young age. He had been given the tools and taught so well by his father. And his soul was ready to go. He didn't have a chance to argue or fuss or fight and say, I can't leave my parents. What the fuck? Sorry for the swear. So he didn't have a choice. It was in his soul agreement, his soul journey, okay, to go on to the next adventure. And this adventure is being a spirit guide, a messenger. And so Archangel Michael is here, and he really is this spirit guide's mentor. And so he's here too. And so I felt the need to connect with these cards today, Archangel Michael. And the card that literally popped out was detach from the situation, okay? So I want to explain something. Archangel Michael, you can come through and explain this through me. But this is what I really have felt, and this is what I felt when I saw this, when I heard this message from this person who had been here once on this plane. Archangel Michael says, what do you feel when you hear detach from the situation? What do you see when you look at this card, detached from the situation? What do you see? What do you feel within you? And immediately when I looked at it, I didn't really have a chance to. What I felt was the presence of his energy and him telling me, when you detach from something, you have to give yourself space from that thing that is holding you back. Okay? A lot of cases it's fear. But he said, when your soul is ready, I'm just going to show you something else. I'm just going to go into this. Let me find these cards that I pulled earlier. He said, take your time with this. Let your soul get you to that place where you can finally do this. Okay? Because your new beginning is waiting for you. But if you're tethered to something that brings in toxic energy or an energy that isn't good for you, or an energy that stunts your growth, that's no good. You can't take that with you in this new successful venture that you're going to. And he says, have you been struggling? Forgive yourself. You're only experiencing the conditioning of society and the human part of this, the frailties of change and movement. Forgive yourself. You are a loving being of light. Okay? When you stop struggling and you allow yourself to detach from the resistance of change, something amazing happens. And you come into this beautiful you. The you that you haven't known, the you that you haven't recognized. And when Archangel Michael says new beginnings, or there's a new beginning waiting for you, you have no idea how amazing that's going to be. Now, he says, I want to remind you that no journey when you are in your world is perfect. There might be a few twists and turns, but if there are, it's your time to shine, to rise up. And you may not even recognize who you are with how freaking strong you can be. But when you are being asked to detach from the situation, it's not about being devastated by leaving behind someone, something. It is about letting spirit come in, letting your soul drive, becoming the co-pilot, not the pilot, co-creating. Because when we put in our own thoughts and ideas one way, it can only be one way, we can only do this, this is the way it's supposed to come out, we take away from the potentiality of the enormous opportunities for us. Who are we? I think we have yet to find out. And this new beginning that you are headed to, this new chapter, closing out the old. Like I said, some of you have already done that and you're on your way, enjoying opportunities coming to you. And some of you are still right there, ready to close the door behind you. Either literally or figuratively, with that bag in your hand, ready to go. To experience the new. To move into the new. And what you think is new is really been there all along. You just haven't been able to access it. The beautiful you that you are ready to discover. And so Archangel Michael is here to say, keep your eyes on your target intention. Keep your eyes on the path. Keep your eyes in front of you. Don't shift and look backwards. That's in the past. It is time to naturally be on this path, trusting in God, your divine creator, your guides, and yourself, to be on this beautiful path without resistance. You've done nothing wrong. You only did what you thought you were supposed to. And now you're doing what you know you're supposed to. Following your path, your guidance, to a beautiful new adventure. Okay? Let me see if he has one more thing he wants to say before I close this out. And send you on your way into the beautiful new day this is, and days ahead. Okay? Stay positive. Going backwards or going back and turning around and trying to rework something that wasn't working or isn't intended to anymore. It's not even about it's your fault or someone else's. It's just the timing. Your soul agreement is up. You did everything you were supposed to. Put a fork in it. Now, turn around and see the beautiful new vitality coming in. Okay? Yeah. This is it, guys. It's your time to rise up and to shine within yourself. Something great is out there. Some of you have been planning, like I said in the video the other day, some of you, this is an innovative weekend for some of you, because now you're in that clearing, and now you can see, oh, I can make plans. I can put something on paper. positive thoughts. Okay? Those positive thoughts are divine, and they're divinely guided for you, within you, to help you keep moving. All right. I think that is it. And I am so honored to be here as always with you. And thank you for listening and taking these 20 or so minutes to take time out of your day. It means a lot to me. And I don't always hear from you guys. I don't always see comments, but I have to have faith and trust that you know that these are beautiful guided. Ah, here we go. Bottom of the deck. Look at this. Beautifully guided messages for you, because you're worth it. You're worthy. You're loved. I will talk to you all soon. Have a blessed day.